My name is Stefano Mancuso. I am a professor at the University of Florence and a plant scientist. What I do is to study plant and to do whatever is possible to make plant available, the knowledge about plant available for everyone. I have at least two different activities. One is of a researcher, a plant scientist, and my main interest along all my career was to study plant intelligence. That it's how plants are able to solve problems, how they are able to communicate, to have a social life, to defend themselves from dangers. That it's something that seems a little bit very difficult for organisms, that they cannot move away from the place where they live. So I spent 30 years studying how plants were able to solve problems and to imagine new solutions. And after so many years of research, what was very clear for me was that many of the solutions that plants were using would have been very good also for us as humans. Overall, to fight global warming and climate change, but even for solving many technical issues that we have. So I started with some of my researchers a new society that the name is PNAT, that means Project Nature, where we study plants from the point of view of what they can give us in terms of solutions. And then, so we have these two parallel careers. There is a third one. I'm also a writer. So I write book trying to explain to the people why plants are so important for us. Because we are animals and we just see animals around. But we animals are a very teeny, little, small part of the life, just 0.3%, whereas plants are 87%. And so my writing production was just to explain the people how the plants were so incredibly good in surviving and in solving problems. Another parallel part of my career is an artistic career that is trying to use plants to make art. This is something extremely relevant for me because even today we have a very ancient way to think that who is working with plants is not so important as who is working with humans. Even in arts there is a kind of hierarchy. I remember I found an ancient historical of art. It was at the time of Louis XIV, Louis the 14th in France. So he was writing that in art, the artist that is drawing just stones and plants is at the lowest level. Then there is the artist that is drawing animals. Then the human, that is the most perfect thing that you can do. So even today, my impression, my opinion is that we live exactly with the same hierarchy. So my artistic proposal is to reverse this pyramid and to show that actually our plants much better than us in surviving, and they can be used also as an artistic subject. And this is today a very important part of my work, because art, as you well know, is an incredibly powerful tools for propagating message. So I spent 30 years of my life trying to make scientific experiments showing what the plants were able to do, with very little results. So in the general audience, I mean, important results in the scientific world, but not so important with the normal people. Whereas my goal is just to change the mind of people, of normal people, about what plants is. From this point of view, art is incredibly powerful. You can, because we will never change our mind according to scientific evidences. We will change our mind according to our feeling. So we need to feel that something is, I would say, touching, important, and then we will change. Well, we are much more stupid of what we normally think about ourselves. We are not so logic at all. So science is not so important for changing our behaviors. Art is incredibly more powerful. Yes, during this exhibition I presented two different works. One is about my production of monotypes. Monotypes is an ancient technique developed by Leonardo da Vinci just for really reproducing plants at the best that was possible at that time. And as a botanist, I was always interested in drawing plants and trying to understand how the plants were made just by drawing. So, I mean, for a botanist, it's very important to draw plants. Every botanist that is unable to draw plants is not a good botanist, because it's impossible to understand plants without drawing them. If you take a picture of a huge trees, you have no idea about how this tree works. It's a too much complex organism. You need to look at the plant and to try to reproduce its architecture. Then you understand the way they work. So drawing plants and reproducing plants was a big part of my, I spent a lot of time trying to do that. And monotypes were a so nice way to reproduce leaves and shoots. And so for many years of my careers, what I was doing was in the morning to cutting a piece of plant, shoots, leaves, and to reproduce them by using the monotype techniques. Years by years, so what happens was that I saw that these techniques was not just something for reproducing plant, but also really an artistic way to show people how plants were beautiful and how they can touch your soul in some way. And so I started to work with colors and with papers and with inks, different kind of inks, to find the right one that you can mix and producing different colors and using for making monotypes. What make monotypes a very strange form of art is that you need to imagine the final color that will sort out by the mixing of the normal color of the plant with the inks. So it's not easy. Sometimes the results are really horrible, but few times are nice to see. And so I was really glad, really happy that the museum took, I don't remember, 17 or 18 of my monotypes for his permanent collection. It's an honor for me, and I really hope that the people will enjoy also this ancient and from some time ancient and new form of artistic production. The second installation we presented during the exhibition is together with Peanut, that is the society I was talking to you before. This one is a different kind of installation. It's an artistic and scientific installation. We wanted to show people that plants were not static organisms, but something that spend a lot of time moving, having a different kind of different breath, communicating. So what we did was an installation that it's titled "The Talking God," and this was really something important for us, because for us plants are really almost God, because we are here on the earth because of plant. We depend of plants. But in this case, in this specific case, we chosen a sacred tree inside a temple that is close to the museum, and thanks to the Shinto priest, we have been able to put a sensor on the tree, and this sensor is collecting all the time during the overall time of the exhibition. Will be collecting movement of the trees and the shrinking and enlarging of the shoots, and all this data that came from the trees are sent to the museum, where inside of the installation they ran a big video, a big monitor, where we can see all that movement and the behavior of the trees transformed in an artistic design, movement, always changing. But what is important for us was to really underscore, to really show that what the people that is looking at that video is looking at the activity of a tree, is nothing else. So we have nothing to do with what we are looking there. We just connected the tree with the video. But what we are looking at is originary material produced by tree. So is really the tree that it's talking to us, is that a talking God. I really, this is an incredibly good exhibition. It is really very difficult today to find exhibitions so good, because and the moment is perfect for doing this kind of exhibition, because today what we need is really that art start to become conscious that we need to work all together for making clear to everyone what is happening to the planet and what the nature actually is. And this was for many centuries a completely neglected subject by art. And so I'm really happy and that you, Yuko, started such a beautiful exhibition that where art and science combine together in a superb blend, where both science and art come out to be enforced, reinforced, and for the visitors, every visitor that will look at the exhibition will find something to bring home, because from the trees until the oceans, from the way insects produce hearts, and until how today artificial intelligence is also able to do something similar, is an astonishing exhibition that I really would be happy if other people in the world would follow the pathway that you open with this new idea. Art today is not just about beauty and idea and feelings. Art today is about changing the world, and there is no other way, no other instruments, no other tools so powerful as art for changing the way the people is looking at the world. So today it was always a little bit something, a goal of art, to have a social mission. But today my impression is that this social mission, it's even much more important than in the past. My message for the visitor is, come to the museum and look at this exhibition, because you will change your way to look at the world. This is not just an art exhibition, it's not just a science exhibition. It's, in my experience, one of the first time that science and art mix together in producing something relevant and new. So my suggestion for every visitor is to come and to see what the exhibition is about. And what I can promise you is that you will come out from the exhibition with a completely new perspective on the world.